Alright, we have no time to waste because this is a track day video that is not going to waste your time. I'm not sure if I'm the only person that's noticed, but I just feel like a lot of track day videos on YouTube just do really poorly. Sometimes they're drawn out and I feel like other times they're just too repetitive. Even though it's strange because the whole point of the build is for the finished product and to do what we're doing, but I guess more people like building and watching that whole journey rather than the finished product. So no fancy music, no fancy editing, nothing like that. Just straight to the point, just so we can enjoy the noises that the KA-T makes. With that being said, at certain points in the video, I do want to talk about like what my thoughts were about driving the car for the first time, and just after 3 years in the making and the car's back, and I thought so much was going to go wrong, but that wasn't the case. So let's get this started. Okay, so truth be told, that was not my first lap, but I just want to get you guys who just want to watch the car do a lap, watch it. This next clip is my first actual lap. This is me driving up to the starting line, and there's just so many things going on through my head at the moment. Hopefully everything was tight. Will this engine blow up after this one lap? Who knows? Just a lot that goes on. I was very nervous, especially for a car that I haven't driven in 3 years. I've driven my Z, or my old Z I used to have, and my JZX more than this car. So here we go, the first lap. And immediately I spin out. So at this moment I was thinking about parting out the entire car and hopefully never drifting ever again. No, but on a serious note, just want to include that piece that even though I've been drifting for a long time, that you still have mistakes, especially on wet days where the surface of the track varies a lot between different areas of the track. This was very early in the day and the track just hadn't dried up yet. So we're slipping and sliding everywhere. This is a new car to me. It feels completely different compared to when it was naturally aspirated and it had no turbo. So this is it feels like a completely different car. So at this moment I'm realizing that the car didn't blow up after the first lap, even though I spun out, but it completed the last section of the course and it's still running and driving, so I gave a thumbs up to my girlfriend that was in the car watching. But at this point I'm ecstatic, I'm elated. I'm developing a little bit of confidence in the car, but I know that at least I was able to drift it that little bit. So now it's all uphill from here. So obviously as the day progressed, I'm gaining way more confidence in the car. I'm starting to understand it. Also not checking under the hood after every single lap. I was a little thankful that it was a rainy day, or at least the track was wet, because it's way easier on the cars. And this clip right here is my favorite clip of the day because of how good you can hear all the sounds from the car. This GoPro clip is the clip that you just saw a moment ago, but just from inside the car. I almost flew off the track because of how much speed I had coming down the hill, and then when I went to go hit my e-brake, I realized, oh, I actually have no traction to actually pull myself out of this. So I just kept slowing down until I just straightened out, and I just ended up completing the lap. But yeah, going back to talking about the sounds of drifting and how good the car sounded, the big part of drifting to me is how good the cars sound. I kind of got bored of my 350Z because of that, and like the VQ, it can sound good in certain aspects, but I love the sounds of turbos and straight pipe SRs. I was trying to recreate that noise with this engine, and I think I was able to accomplish it with this. I do know the KAs are just quiet engines once you turbo them. I do have a muffler on it, and that's just left over from when it was naturally aspirated and super loud, so we are going to end up removing the muffler and giving it as much noise as it can get.
I have to like relearn how to drive this car. It's so different now. Go over. It's been like that for a while. I remember when they first started showing up. Okay, I'm gonna check stuff on the computer and then off we go. Smoky. Where? Huh? Smoky? Oh.
Well, the tires are smoky.
Oh, yeah, there's a smoke.
So I'm not sure if you caught that. My girlfriend in the thing said that the car was smoking, but what she's talking about was the tires. They had generated enough heat, and the water that was on them started to evaporate from the heat. So it was just the smoke just coming out of that. So she was like, oh wow. Which made me panic slightly, because if you say smoke and there's a new car build, terrifying. But it was a false alarm. Okay, so here we have the first tandem clip going up. This is the first tandem I've done in this car in years, but I'm gonna be quiet because so you can listen to my friend's 2JZ SC300. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that SC300 and all the noise it was making. However, you saw me struggling to tandem here, but what ended up happening was my throttle cable came off at the very last moment there. My driving aside, I had a couple mistakes in the trying to catch up and just how fast I was catching up to him and how slow the car was going. A bunch of stuff going through my head. However, here I am coasting the car back to my pit spot because I don't have throttle at the moment. My throttle cable came off the car completely. So anytime I step on the gas pedal, nothing happens. The engine doesn't rev up or anything. So I'm trying to just put it back on. And I had to zip tie it, so I put it back on. I tried to tighten it, but my throttle cable was actually stripped a little bit. So I ended up getting two big zip ties and just holding it down. And that held it on for the rest of the day. Unfortunate, but maybe that's the excuse to go drive by wire. That might be too big of a rabbit hole, but I was able to fix it for the remainder of the day. Also, looking back at the clip, I think I see why it came off. It's just the engine and transmission are vibrating so much anytime I give it like a clutch kick. So that's something I'm gonna have to look into. Alright everybody, so that's all the time we have for today. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. A little bit of learning curves to go around this car, but overall it's back, it's running, and I'm super happy that it is working again. I am going to get this car more dialed in so it can be ready to drift more this year. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Have a good one. See, I told you I wouldn't waste too much of your time.